Sri Lanka is home to a proud history of more than 2,500 years. From the inception of the Anuradhapura kingdom from 377 BC, different reigns have achieved universal fame in various sectors. Amongst them, the ancient irrigation industry is world renowned. There is also historical and archaeological evidences of wastewater management systems in parallel to the water management during this period. Sri Lanka, together with its 20 million population, is now geared towards an accelerated development path. As a result, the traditional villages are being transformed to townships and highly populated urban centers. These developments and the resulting haphazard disposal of wastes directly affect the inland water bodies as well as the coastal zone, the residents living in the surrounding areas, coastal human lifestyle, and the relevant flora and fauna in the zones. In order to minimize these adverse effects and to improve the environmental sanitation, wastewater management systems have been already implemented in Greater Colombo, Dehiwala Mount Lavinia, Moratu Ratmalana, Jayal Ekalan, Kolonnawa areas. In addition, new wastewater management projects are being implemented in Kandy, Kurunegala and Katharagama cities. According to the government's Public Investment Plan 2017 to 2020, overall environmental management policy of the government is to facilitate a robust economic growth through required investments while taking measures to ensure the quality of environment leading to sustainable and green development. The government, in partnership with the French Development Agency and the European Union, has initiated the Sanitation and Hygiene Initiative for Towns project with the broader concept of green and inclusive growth. The project objective is to develop wastewater management systems in the Negombo, Kelaniya, Paliyagoda, Galle and Unawatuna townships which are undergoing such urbanization and under threat from pollution. The coastal areas of towns such as Negombo are home to a large fishing community. The fishery industry is their main livelihood while tourism is becoming a popular trade. Many tourist resorts, commercial premises and small industries in this coastal zone contribute waste and also disrupt the coastal ecological environment. The Hamilton Canal, which was built by British for inland transport, travels through Negombo town and now receives and conveys wastewater discharge from all premises and establishments. This pollution has threatened all flora in the canal and also made the water unfit for any purpose. It has also created an environmental health crisis for the communities living in the surrounding areas. Those days we used to bathe in the Hamilton Canal, but it is so polluted with domestic sewage and other wastes diverted to the canal, we cannot do that now. The specific landmarks inherent to this area include the beautiful coastline which is adorned by coral reefs, mangroves and lagoons. These coral reefs are being degraded. The mangroves, which are pivotal for the ecological balance of the lagoon systems, are fast deteriorating. The many species of fish nurtured by the lagoon is extinct now. They have stopped breeding. The other fauna living within this fragile environment is gradually disappearing. The inability to maintain a balanced biodiversity has endangered the whole environmental ecosystem. This poor fisherman has to struggle alone to protect the traditional fishing techniques such as kraal and overcome these environmental destructions. But can he do it alone? About 50 years back, when we were kids, we had bucket latrines in the city which were replaced by water-sealed septic tanks. But they were not very successful, as the overflow from the tanks poured to drain and then to the canals, finally ending in the lagoon. In the process, they pollute the whole environment and disrupt the lives. We are happy that this proposed Nigambu wastewater management project planned by the National Water Supply and Drainage Board will directly benefit around 73,000 people in Nigambu, which is a major coastal town of the Gampaha district, as well as many thousands of people who use and travel across the town. Similarly, Kalani and Paliagoda townships are also undergoing such rapid urbanization and have to struggle with issues related to potable drinking water, inadequate sanitation, low-income housing, public health and environmental pollution. These communities have to rely mainly on Kalani River for water for their drinking and other purposes. The Kalani River originates from Sripada range. The Lord Buddha placed an imprint of his left foot on top of Sripada during his visit to Sri Lanka 8 years after he attained enlightenment. The four major rivers Mahabali, Kalani, Kalu and Walave begins from this beautiful land. The Kalani River flows through this Kalani Valley, which also has a famous religious site visited by Lord Buddha and a national heritage. Many local and foreign devotees worship this famous location and attend to festivals as well. These attractions, the high population density and industrialization have caused increased wastewater flows into the river. Since this wastewater cannot be properly managed, the Kalani River, which is one of the major water resources to produce drinking water, is being highly polluted. This is how wastewater pollutes this important water source. You can now observe the wastewater flowing to the Raggahavatta Ala. This is the pollution at 13th kilometer post. Both these waterways flow directly towards the water intake of the Kalani Right Bank water treatment plant. Used petroleum products are discharged at this point to Kaluela, which also flows into Kalani River. This is Jadi Ala, and as you can see, it is highly polluted and ends in the river. There are many similar non-point and point waste water pollution sources along Kalani River. You can now see the famous wholesale fish market in Paliagoda, and all the waste flows along this polluted canal and ends in Kalani River. As a result of this haphazard disposal of wastewater, it has become impossible to continue with the development agendas while ensuring public health.
ඊට අවුරුදු 15කට 10කට ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේක අර පිරිසිදු කළාට ඊට පස්සේ ආවෙ නැහැ පිරිසිදු කරන්න. මේ ඇල මිනිස්සු ඉස්සර නාන රෙදි හොදන හොඳ සුද්ධ ඇලක්. දැන් අපුරුසමපත් වෙලා තියෙන මේ මිනිස්සු දාන කුණු වලිනුයි වාහන වලින් යන ගමේ අය සෑම දිනම දානවා. අවටි නැටත් බොහොම කරදරයක් වෙලා තියෙන මගේ පුතාගේ දුවත් දැන් මාසයකට විතර ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ ඩෙන්ගු රෝගයෙන් අසනීපෙලා ස්පිතාලේ ඉඳලා බොහොම අමාරුවෙන් බේරගත්තේ.
The underprivileged and treatment garden communities face many hardships due to lack of sanitary facilities. The mass population of the river and its catchments impacts all living beings as well as the environment. The proposed Kalani and Paliagoda wastewater management project is designed to overcome these issues and to ensure a favorable future for the livelihood and the environment. Another main township facing similar threat to the environment due to rapid urbanization and development is the Galle City. The ancient Galle City is a famous tourist attraction and located in a beautiful landscape bounded by the coastal zone and the surrounding plains. Although the city and the surrounding area is highly populated, it is a haven for both local and foreign tourists. Management of wastewater has become a critical factor affecting the human well-being and accelerated development of the area consisting of fishing communities, various factories, tourist hotels, hospitals, schools, etc. A proper wastewater management is essential to ensure and sustain the scenic beauty of the environment as well as the human life. The government of Sri Lanka has also identified the need for a wastewater management project for the Galle and Unapatuna areas to overcome these imminent threats. The proposed SHIFT project executed by the National Water Supplies and Drainage Board will safeguard the sanitation and hygiene condition of more than 200,000 people from all communities living in Negombo, Kalaniya, Paliagoda, Galle and Unapatuna areas and also maintain environmental biodiversity to ensure their well-being. The project is designed to collect the wastewater discharges from households, factories and other institutions, treat using appropriate processes and discharge to sea using outfalls. Thus, the project could be effectively implemented within the selected area, yielding many benefits such as realization of the dividends from the accelerated development by all communities, provision of sanitation facilities for the underserved, avenues for new employment, a healthy younger generation, evolving development programs. Under this initiative, the EU will provide an important technical assistance to improve sector policy, reinforce the institutional structure, develop better skills and support to the National Water Supplies and Drainage Board, operation and investment skills. The project will be implemented in Negambu area in the first stage and will directly benefit 73,000 people. The Kalaniya, Paliyagoda, Gola and Unawatuna areas will be covered in the second stage. The lessons learned from implementing wastewater management projects in Sri Lanka will be a stepping stone for achieving the objective of the proposed project. An example is this Ratmalana Moratua and Jayala Ekala wastewater project, in which the benefits are enjoyed by almost 50,000 people. The World Bank assisted Global Partnership of Output Based Aid GPOBA project, which is implemented by National Water Supplies and Drainage Board.